This is Chance 96 here with another video review. This time we have the Marvel Legends from the X-Men Wave Havok figure. So yeah, going over the actual package here. Really nice packaging. I like the yellow color scheme to it. Great artwork of him on the side there. I do like all the energy effects, like you know, coming out of his chest. You know, I love the all the line work there. It looks like just crazy stuff is happening. The entire place is about to come down. Very nice. I do like that quite a bit. On the back, we get a nice picture of the actual figure with the Build-A-Figure and the rest of the assortment. So yeah, so Havok here is probably the least desirable figure of the wave. This wave is just so strong though that you really can't even find him. Although when they first came out at like Targets and I went on a hunt for them, Havok was the one that was at most Targets that actually had any left. They would have Havok. So he is going to be the peg warmer once this wave starts to get a wider release and after people start to get their figures and don't need them anymore. But yeah, still not a bad figure. Let's go over him though. Overall, the face sculpt is decent. I have, you know, the sculpt work that they did on the face is nice, and the eyes are painted pretty evenly, looking quite good. The silver on the head is nice, with the red dot blue eyes are quite prominent. Overall, the face itself is made well. My issue with it is just so plain. Just such a plain face. I really hate that, you know. Marvel Legends, either they have dull faces or they go with some really nice expressions. This one is very dull, and I mean, something like this would have been awesome, you know, and you didn't even need to go that extreme, but something like that would be great. Even just to have some anger in his face, something. I would have loved that. Unfortunately, he has a very plain face, which is disappointing. He's on a Bucky cap mold, so it's a very standard body sculpt that we've seen a million times before, and nothing too special. You do have some nice detail for the chest, though, with all the muscles and everything. However, you know, it's the same from everything. And the little symbol on his chest is painted nicely, but it is just painted. And then he has like two little like wrist, little kind of like a bracelet that's kind of meant to look like it's a glove that has, you know, it's been pushed, you know, kind of rolled up, which does look pretty nice, and he has some nice silver detail. The silver is very bright. However, that can vary from figure to figure. I did purchase a Havok from Target, and then I ended up getting a case of Marvel Legends in from Big Bad Toy Store, because, you know, I couldn't find Deadpool or Wolverine when I went hunting, so I did still allow the case from Big Bad Toy Store to come in, and you know, before I went to return that Havok, I did, you know, compare the two, and the one from the case had a much brighter silver on the gloves. The one from the Target that I purchased basically just had gray gloves. They had, you know, like a hint of silver on them, but this is a very shiny silver. And then the chest was actually painted better too, but there was like a different paint for the gloves. So I'm not quite sure if that was just like the one from Target was lacking, or maybe the one that I got from the case had an extra amount of silver on it, or if it's like something like the first releases have gray gloves and the new releases have silver gloves. I'm not quite sure what it is. However, the one from the case has just these awesome silver gloves, which just look so cool. They're very bright, very nice. I like them a lot. So you might want to take a look at the ones on the pegs, considering if you find this X-Men wave, there might be a few Havoks. So you can actually kind of go through them and take a look at those gloves. I would highly recommend taking a look at them, because you know, they can vary, I would say. The accessories that he comes with are these kind of blast accessories. I am using them for Doctor Strange. I think they look pretty nice, even though I don't think Doctor Strange does like blue magic. You know, it would have been great if they were green. However, I do think that they do look quite nice. I like the sculpt of them quite a bit. They do have just a little clip that goes on the wrists, as you can see. However, you know, Havok, he shoots his beams mainly from his chest, you know, and that's like his signature thing. So I would have much rather... Sorry about that, I ran out of space on the camera there, but like I was saying, I would have much rather them, you know, did something new with the chest, like added like a little hole in the chest where you could like peg them in. I think that would have been great. It would have elevated the figure, especially since this one is so plain, since his coloring is quite plain, you know, just black with some silver highlights here and there, and, you know, obviously on a body sculpt that we're very used to. So it would have been nice to make him a bit different by doing something with his accessory like that. It would have been a lot more fun to use and pose and things like that. But without it, he does still look nice with them on his hands, even though he would have looked much better had they come up with a way to do it where it was coming from his chest. Overall, though, pretty decent figure, albeit quite plain. The articulation on him is very standard. Ball hinge head, he can look up quite far, he can look down pretty far. Ball hinge shoulders, bicep swivel, double hinge elbows, hinge swivel wrist, ab crunch, which can go down pretty far and it can go back a bit. He's got a swivel at the waist, ball joint hips with a thigh swivel, double hinge knees, hinge pivoting ankles. The ankle pivot works a perfect amount. So overall, standard articulation on a standard body with standard paint. You know, that's basically how it is. It's a decent figure, but it is not too out of the ordinary, and definitely the weakest of the wave by far, I would say. And you know, I think that a lot of people would agree. It's still nice, but it's just nothing too special. But you know, obviously with a wave this great, even not being one of the best ones of the wave, it's still a nice figure, and character-wise he's quite good as well. So I think that had they done something with the chest to elevate the accessory, and they included a more expressive head sculpt, this could have been a real winner. But instead they went the easy route with this one, which is unfortunate. However, with the rest of the wave, they really did step it up on all these other figures, so it's easily forgiven. So there you go, that's my review of the Marvel Legends X-Men Havok figure. Thanks so much for watching, and let me know what you guys think of this figure.